I'm going to talk about three simple stories. The story of a judge, the story of a small boy, and the story of a company. And what happened when all of them choose to cross the lines. Let's get on to the first one. For this one, allow me to take you to a courtroom, not as a lawyer, not as a journalist, but as a silent observer, to witness something which shouldn't have happened, and yet it did. Here stands the High Court judge, not behind the bench, but at the dock. The man who once had the solemn authority of justice is now on a trial. And his crime, not the embezzlement of money, not the corruption, not even tweaking the law for his own benefit. His only crime was telling a truth. This judge exposed the corruption, the bribery in the judicial system. And the only thing he expected from the system was to respond appropriately. And the system did. It turned on him. This judge was given two options. Option number one, apologize. Option number two, go to jail. Let's pause here for a moment. What would you do if you were in such a situation? If you were given two choices to go to jail, if you're given two options, go to jail or apologize, what will you do? Let's do a show of hands. What would you do if you were in place of judge? Would you rather go to jail? Or, okay, let's show of hands for the people who would actually go to jail in this case. For the honesty. Okay, I can see only three hands. But our judge was not like that. Our judge was none less than Pushpa. Jhukega nahi sala. So this man, with his head held high, crossed the line. He chose to go to jail. Not out of defiance, but for the dignity, for the principles. This movement, it stayed with me. Because life never changes when we choose the easier option, but it definitely does when we do what is right, even if that means going to jail. By the way, I think we all saw this news. I should not be saying about this. So our judge was actually right somewhere. Our judge could not tolerate seeing the justice being on sale. This just did not disturb him. It actually broke him from inside. And once you are broken from inside for something right, going to jail actually sounds better than being silent. Powerful, isn't it? Let's move on to the next one. So this courtroom was very heavy. Let's move on to a lighter place, a place which is more personal, a middle-class house. Some of us might have been there, some of us might have experienced that. A place full of laughter, a place full of toys, a place full of love, dinner parties, songs of antaksharis, and a small boy. The boy whose entire life was about to be changed. This 9 years old boy, lost his dad. Just lost his dad. And that very moment, something shifted in him permanently. This boy actually did not cry for long. He stopped throwing tantrums. He did not complain about his life. He just understood. And all through this time, his mother and his sister were his silent anchors. They held him together when the whole world was falling apart. This boy, unlike the energetic person we had, he found the refuge in the books. Exams became his obsession. Coming second in the class was not an option for him. No, not for him. So he got into a job. He topped the high school, of course. He got into an MNC. And the promotions happened year after year. The paycheck got thicker and thicker. But during all this time, he had one secret weapon. Do not cross the lines and avoid all the conflict. This boy was not avoiding conflict out of fear. This boy was avoiding the conflict, was not crossing the lines out of strategy. He thought that focus is a superpower. He drew a line around him, a line of calm, a line of control. And this line actually worked wonders for him until it did not. So when this boy actually moved on from the corporate job, started his own startup, the universe had some other plans. He was able to expand his startup pan-India, expand to globally just within 2 years. But the universe had some other plans for him. Raids, notices, allegations. The enforcement directorate showed up. The boy who always avoided all kind of conflict found himself in middle of one. And man, oh man, this was not just any conflict. This is something which could shatter your reputation. It could erase your legacy and break your spirit. What would the boy do? The near dear ones, the co-founder, the company CA, convinced him to strike a deal with the enforcement directorate. And this boy, who was hardwired to avoid any conflict, did the same. But he was betrayed. These people actually coaxed him in the treachery of this concoction. They betrayed him. His co-founder, his CA, the channel partners, in fact, even the enforcement director officer. They came back again. This time, the amount was much higher. His house, the way he was living, that was at stake. The universe is again very strange. It keeps sending you the same lesson again and again till the time you don't start responding the way you are destined to. This time, the boy did not run. He responded back. He responded to all the notices. He proved all the indications wrong. He proved in the law that the co-founder, the CA, and the enforcement directorate officer were glove in hand and all the raids were fake. He got the corrupt officer, the bullying officer suspended and reclaimed his name. Satisfying? Oh yes, it is. It's not just satisfying because he won actually at the end. It's satisfying because he finally chose to cross the line. And with every cell in his being, this boy knew that his father, somewhere in the heaven, is actually watching him and is proud of him. Not because of the success, but for the man this boy has become. Now, since all of this was happening in Punjab, in India, let me actually take you to a civilized world, a more developed world, United States of America. So 3 young Indians, they planned to start a company, but a company with a difference. Now, Compunnel was founded by 3 young Indians, as I said. On papers, it looks like any other company, any other IT company or AI company. But once you step inside, this company has got a heartbeat. This company has got a soul. And what really makes it different is the people. The people in this company have actually crossed the lines of 5, 10, 15, 20, sometimes 25 years and have stayed back. They have not just stayed back for the paycheck. Of course, the paycheck is important. But they have stayed back for the culture where they are seen, where they are heard, where they are felt, where they are valued for what they are. Layoffs, we don't know. We don't know what that thing is. And the people who leave Compunnel, 40% of them actually come back happily, willingly. And Compunnel is not just a growth engine for the employees, but it is also a growth engine for the people who fuel the engine. The housekeeping staff, the gatekeepers, the pantry people. Their family members, their kids are mentored, they're supported and hired. We don't do it for the cameras. We don't do it for the CSR activities. We don't do it for the paparazzi. We do it because it is the right thing to do. In Compunnel, we eat, we drink, we sing, we smoke, and I think we work as well together. Because when the culture is right, the work actually becomes a joy. And that's how Compunnel broke the lines of the corporate culture, of a typical corporate culture, and became a great, grand, family. This one. And became a great, grand family. We can see the lines are everywhere. They're drawn by the family, by the culture, by the society. Some lines are drawn to protect you. Some lines are drawn to control you. And some lines are just drawn to make you look small. But every now and then, somebody refuses to be in those lines. The judge did it. The judge crossed the line for the truth. The boy did it to be a man. And the company did it to be a family. And now maybe, perhaps, it's you. Cross the line. Change your life. The word is waiting for you. Thank you. This is Monish Salhotra, the boy who crossed the line. Thank you so much.